In this video, I'll show you how to analyze transformations of a quadratic equation that is in vertex form. The first question asks, state the transformations that must be applied to the graph of y is equal to x squared to obtain the graph y is equal to negative 4, x minus 3 to the power of 2 plus 10. The vertex form of a quadratic looks like this, so we'll start off by analyzing this number, a. In our case, a is equal to negative 4. The first thing that I notice is that this 4 is negative, therefore there's a reflection about the x-axis. So let's write that down. I also notice that this negative 4 is less than negative 1. For instance, a is less than negative 1. Therefore, there's also a vertical stretch of a factor of 4. This means that our y values will happen 4 times faster than they would if that a didn't exist. The next letter that I'll focus on is this h. Notice that our h here is positive 3. The reason why I say it's positive is because you can separate this part of the expression into negative bracket positive h. So in our case, our h would be positive, but in general, you see a minus 3. And if that part is minus 3, that means you're going to shift everything over to the right by 3 units. And that's shown here. There's a horizontal shift to the right when h is greater than 0. The next letter that we will analyze is this k. And we learned that this k is responsible for pushing the parabola upwards or downwards. If it's positive, it's pushed up. If it's negative, it is pushed down. So in our case here, we would have a vertical shift upwards by 10 units. So let's write that down. And so there you have it. These are the transformations for this equation. Let's try question 2. Once again, we'll start with a, and you'll notice that your a is negative. That means there will be a reflection. You'll also notice that your a is between 0 and negative 1. So let's go back to this. Here it tells us that if you have an a value between negative 1 and 1, of course not including a is equal to 0, you have a vertical compression. So in our case here, we have a vertical compression by a factor of 0.75. Now I will look at my h value. Now here we see an h of plus 2, but that's not really the case. Remember, our vertex form looks like this. So in order for us to really isolate for our h, we would have to do the following. X minus negative 2. Notice that we have x minus, and now our h is actually negative 2. So when you have an h that is less than 0, you are going to have a horizontal shift to the left. And in our case, by 2 units. And lastly, we have our k value of negative 3. This will produce a vertical shift of vertical downwards by 3 units. And so there you have it. That is how to analyze transformations of a quadratic equation that is in vertex form. If you found this tutorial helpful, please support our channel by subscribing or by liking this video. If you have any further questions, visit our website at studyforce.com. We're an online service for students seeking free homework help. See you soon.